Hello, everybody. Welcome. Roses like a vascator. So, guys, it's only 12:30 a.m. Here I am, bright and early. Just kidding. So, it's interesting. I put on makeup pretty early today, and I did touch up a little, but it's a fine, interesting. I really do because the eye makeup especially I have done nothing to it. It's the same, but I'm wearing primers, so. I got this eyeshadow primer, which I use because guys, honestly, I rarely, no, I wear makeup every day. It's true, but mostly to do the videos, actually, right? That's I had to do videos. I can't help it. I no, no, it's for that reason. But anyway, what am I saying? Oh, because I'm surprised at how it has held up. But the big difference is that I have the primer, so good to know. All right, so so guys, today was 80 degrees in New York City. Amazing. I went for a walk, running errands, so I didn't. Saturday tends to be my day off, kind of. I don't have appointments on Saturdays. So, so that was interesting. All right, so anyway, guys, but it's interesting because I really also turned off kind of from the news. So today I just wanted to cover one. Sometimes there will be videos that are shorter, and I want to cover one interesting piece of news about NATO. Okay, but let's do protection. I'd like to ask for protection, a bit of area light coming on top of my head as I breathe in. I feel my lungs as I breathe out. I create a circle, I create a circle. Step into it. Step into it. I feel protected. I feel connected. I'd like to ask that information come only from the highest sources. That I create the good only the going sources. Okay. So, so, so what I want to talk about is the news. This is someone left a comment, and I checked on it, and it's true. So NATO, say that NATO made a deal with is now made a deal with Palantir because Palantir makes software that does many things, including the tracking of immigrants, right? Working to deport people, but also some sort of war thing. So I checked, and unfortunately, it's true. And it's even listed on NATO's actual website. So I'll just pause 1 second. I'm going to go find it. But the thing that I find, like, other than the fact that Palantir is a very shady company, and they're doing things that are very likely illegal to track immigrants. Their co-founders are very pro-Putin to the point where one of them hired the two children of sanctioned oligarchs. So this company, Palantir, co-founded by Peter Thiel and this guy John Lonsdale. So John Lonsdale has a company called 8VC, and this company 8VC is. So I've talked about this on this channel. I've posted the links and such, but what I want to do now is I want to look into this whole thing with NATO because it worries me because they're so closely connected to Russians, or another. Forgive me, I'm going to add a little more color. Change the subject, guys. I know someone's gonna be complaining, but it's okay, guys. I could have said something, but I love orange. So this is Elf the brand. This product is actually a color. It's for the eyes. Is an eye color corrector. It's pure orange, really. It's called orange. But I love orange for my lips. It's so funny. I follow this makeup artist. I forgot her name is. And I really love her. She has a great style. And so she recommended this one product that she loves. Like, I love this. And I got it. And this is the color. And I was like, oh, it looks great on her, but on me, I look like I'm dead or something. So color theory is very interesting. It's just a very it's like a brown color. I mean, now it doesn't look so bad because see, it's like so neutral. No, I'm sorry, you're not seeing the real color. The color is, oh, see, it looks, it just looks like, it doesn't look neutral. But the point is, when I put it on, it has no color whatsoever. So I was like, oh. So then I was like, oh, let me go get some orange. So I put the orange and everything looks good. And I put the, I just need some orange, like Donald Trump. Just put some orange. Orange is always good for me. It is a color thing. I don't know. I don't know why. I can't explain it. I don't know exactly why, but it does to me is a wonderful color. It really brings up something. And then I do this. Guys, I am gonna do a full-on tutorial. I know people asked about it. This is not a makeup channel, but we'll discuss the makeup situations. Okay. So, all right, let's go. So, speaking of NATO, I had to touch up my lipstick. Speaking of NATO. Okay, let's go. NATO Palantir. I can't believe I'm like, it's like really. So let's share this. Share information. I share information. I was thinking, guys, of really like complaining or doing some sort of campaign because I can't believe I still have to look into this. Did I do protection, like password protection? But another one, another time doesn't hurt. It's really like I'm into my heads up with information. Okay, so let's shedding. Let's shedding. Now I found this other. Oh no. So, so here we are. Let's talk about data. By the way, it happens sometimes. I was talking, and then I realized I hadn't recorded, but I didn't go very far into it. So, let me share this information with you. Okay, let's see. Advanced option screen. Okay, so NATO acquires AI-enabled war fighting system. On March 25th, NATO Communications and Palantir Technologies finalized the acquisition of the Palantir Maven smart system for deployment within NATO's Allied Command operations. So, unfortunately, as I was saying, it is true. NATO, wake up. Wake up, NATO, come on. Help. Okay. So, it's true. Okay, unfortunately. No, it is. I can't. It's not funny at all. So So I was saying earlier when I looked into it that this was acquired before this was purchased, right? Before Mark Rutte took over, and it was purchased by Jens, who is the was I think he had the job until the end of October of 2024. So I see then I when I looked into it, I saw Alex Karp, who is the CEO. He's a shady. He pretends to be liberal. His name is Alex Karp. And and he has a prominent role within the Trump administration, actually. So I see that he's very angry, and I see that Mark Rutte, being very diplomatic, he's trying to. And so what's going to happen? What's going to happen here with this system? I think he's going to move to see if it's really necessary, and to see if there are alternatives to this. Okay, because it is. The people that are involved in this are pro-Russia, I have to say. No matter how you slice it. So I don't understand how, to me it's such an obvious security challenge. So okay, so then I had seen this before. I see these like an airplane, and it is little cubes show sort of like meaning data points, and that this software gives these data points, but I don't. And then I see that Mark Rutte is like, kind of trying to find a way to get rid of this because it is not what I understand here is that they could say it's not as effective as it appears to be. And I see that it tells me, he even says it, due to changing security and the changing security environment, we're going to have to make changes to this purchasing because it's that's right, and it's true, guys, that in a way or another, JD Vance is connected to because JD Vance obviously is very connected to Peter Thiel. Peter Thiel is a co-founder of this and exerts a lot of power in this company. So is Joe Lonsdale. Joe Lonsdale is someone whose company is connected to two big Russian oligarchs. So since the purchasing and the initial agreement to purchase this, a lot has changed. Okay, a lot has changed, and it's too dangerous, right? It is way too dangerous to have this, and they can't guarantee. That's right. That's right. And I see that Google has something. I wonder if so. What is going to happen with it? 1 month and a half. I don't think it's. Can they rescind this contract? Yes. Because we know it's saying also, remember how JD Vance made statements, public statements, that NATO, like trashing NATO and Europe, right? Very overtly, very much so. Why would NATO essentially buy software from a company that is so closely connected to the biggest backer slash lover, likely, allegedly, right, right, right. So, mm, well, that's what I see, and they're like, and I see that Peter Thiel feels like this stabbing in his heart. He realizes he's made a massive mistake by backing Russia and Trump because they didn't have his business. I won't call it an empire because a lot of it is based on Facebook because that his big claim to fame is that he was one of the first backers of Facebook, and that's how he made his money. So, um, but his reputation. I mean, he used to have a good reputation. I actually read his book, Zero to One, and I liked it, and it was released in 2015. But then after that, it was interesting at the time. Everyone knew that he was libertarian, but his ideas seemed okay. Some of his business ideas were really quite interesting at the time, but as he became more radicalized, it's over, right? So now it's like I see him paying the price of this, right? Why would and I see that Mark Rutte is like talking to the person who the procurement for this. It's not stupid, right? Why would he? It doesn't make sense, especially with those tariffs, right? Why would you support these American companies that are very connected to the right when they're trashing Europe and making it so hard to do business with European companies, right? So there's that's right. The US, that's true. The US, especially Biden, we were very close to it's kind of like think about how it's crazy that I'm saying this, that it's so far away. I'm saying the US used to be so close to Europe, I said, but this was what, 5 months away. 5 months ago. It was the truth. I mean, I guess it took office today, 3 months. It's been 3 months, and that's how much she has already destroyed. But he's saying, Mark Rutte, we have to pause this. We can't adopt this system because it's not secure. It is not. It certainly is not. So, wow, wow. So it's a month and a half. That's right. Interesting. So, by the way, so let's see also what's going on. Guys, since I don't even remember exactly what that I was talking a lot about NATO, and then suddenly, and so much started to happen with the Trump administration, and I kind of, it's not that I deliberately stopped talking about NATO, but there's so much going on, and I remember that. Remember, I went to it. Everything is the time flies so fast. I came back from the Netherlands on the 26th. It's almost a month ago. And then at the time, there was a lot. I think February, there was talk, right? A lot more talk about this. And then the deportation situation, the rule of law situation, and also so much drama here in the US from Trump. By the way, guys, I'm sorry. I'm testing this new powder that is very good, by the way. But the point of powder, especially for the broadcast here, is to stop shine. So whenever I observe shine, I'm like, I need to go grab the powder. But it's by Huda Beauty. I tried it and it's very good. It really does work a lot. It's different from I used to use really, really cheap stuff, but no, it's not so cheap, but it works. It really is very nice. It's pink, by the way. Interesting. Oh, interesting. Very relevant. It's so weird. I start talking about it and then I go to makeup. Weird. It's like the hard stuff, right? I need the makeup to like warm it up. So anyway, so what's going on with Mark Rutte? I used to think, or still, do I still think that Mark Rutte and later are going to play a role here? Yes. Are they going to play a role here? What's going on? They're strengthening, say, since the J.D. Vance and the attack. Remember when Rutte went to the White House? They are strengthening their own defenses and helping, that's right, we're helping Ukraine get the weapons they need because they know they have to support the European continent. And they can't, they're saying they're prepared for Trump to leave NATO because they know they're not going to wait. Um, so I have a question. Is Trump going to leave NATO before he leaves power? You know what I see that Putin doesn't want him. Like, in a way, if the US is still part of NATO, then it can't be an adversary of NATO, technically speaking. So Putin prefers the confusion because if it's clear that the US now is under the power of Putin, then it's a very different, it changes everything for the so it shows that Putin needs and enjoys the confusion. But I do think that, like I said, I stand by still the idea that Trump is going to have to be removed by the military, that he will ask, and I've seen guys on and off things that statements by Rubio and others in the administration that you could see that that's where it's headed, right? Oh no, I saw the other thing on the Financial Times saying that Rubio accepts Russia offer peace for Easter, but there's no peace. They're still attacking Ukraine. So, oh, the latest thing was Crimea. Let's see. Let's see. Let me just find it 1 second. Okay, so Donald Trump will abandon Ukraine peace talks in days without progress, warns Rubio. Warning comes after Emmanuel Macron hosted US, Ukraine, and other allies for a round of negotiations. Okay, so going back here to, because obviously it relates to NATO, or what we were talking about. Okay, so what's happening with this? Okay, I see it's not Zelensky that's their person, but a new representative of his government sitting there and knowing that they're not going anywhere because what they describe as a peace deal is basically Russia getting everything it wants, including occupied territory, and Ukraine saying it's a non-negotiable. Okay, it's not a thing. It's not going to happen. We're not going. Okay, we're not going to continue to fly all over the world and do meeting after meeting if no progress is being made, Rubio said. So what is going to happen here? No, I see that Ukraine is not moving, and they're trying to do. They have exerted all the power they could, and nothing. Of course, Ukraine, right? Why would they sacrifice so much to then give away everything, right? It makes no sense. But Rubio, right? They're all so bizarre in the pockets of Putin. Like, how could they live with themselves, really? And I see actually that Rubio, he needs a lot of sleeping medications because he can't sleep. He's not at peace mentally. And it tells me this is when it's saying, Rosie, it's leading to the moment that I have said, this kind of breakdown moment where Trump is going to ask the US military to help Russia. Because you see, obviously, his with all the pressure he has exerted, he's has only strengthened Ukraine's position vis-a-vis Europe and NATO, right? So they're only stronger than before, right? Because remember when Trump came into power, the whole thing was that, oh, remember how, oh, they're abandoning Ukraine, right? So they thought the Ukraine is going to fall apart. Nope, it hasn't. So, and not only that, the US has gone even stronger, and sorry, that Europe has even become stronger in their support for Ukraine. So that's interesting, no? I find it interesting. So that's where we are. So it's saying, yes, nothing is going to happen. And it's saying the US is putting out these statements in hopes that they will be able to do something, but they can't. Sad for them. No, not at all. So interesting. Interesting information. Interesting information. Okay, so let's go to the next topic. Now let's go, today is Easter. Okay, formally it's 1 a.m. So I want to ask from Spirit, what is the message for us here at this moment from Easter to us? Okay, so let's see what the Spirit has to tell us about Easter. So it's saying that the message of Easter is about having faith in the resurrection regardless of all the hardships. That at the end of the day, faith and things that are eternal, eternal love, eternal faith, eternal light, that they live, they survive over all the things that are temporary. So again, suggesting to focus on, again, when we see all the hard news, all these difficult situations happening, to focus on the, like, let's say the holy version of it in some ways. So if we see people suffering, the makeup artist Garcia and others suffering, that they are reunited with their families, focusing always on that, the final goal of the light, of peace, of those things happening, and not on, it's like we can observe it, but you could say observe things in a detached manner and project the outcome, put your intention into the outcome that you want to see for them. And that's a form of prayer. Don't spend too much time observe. Does it make sense? When you observe the pain, reflect back the outcome that you want for them, not the pain itself. Because we have power, and this is the moment to use it. Okay, so it's saying that that light, that love, the faith is within all of us, and we can use it to improve the conditions and to keep alive our values. Okay, so this is the message for today. Okay. All right, so I'll see you guys soon. I There's so much going on, as you know. I try to do to not do the shows that are too long, right? So that it's right, we can absorb it more easily. Okay. All right. I hope it don't sound too cray cray, but have a happy Easter, and I'll be back probably tomorrow. like in 24 hours or so, or less than 24 hours, like next evening. Okay? All right, bye. Thanks for watching.
Prayer and energy time. Let's use this time to send energy to people healing and going through complex health challenges. Their bodies need the energy we send them. Bo, recuperating from intestinal surgery at the Mount Sinai Hospital, battling cancer and winning. I spoke to her today and I felt her mother telling me she will survive and thrive. Cecilia, her sister, visits her daily. Cecilia is herself also battling cancer, and she's also winning. Bella is also undergoing cancer treatment. Let's envision her pain free and 100% cancer free. Treatment. Let's send Bo, Cecilia, and Bella energy. Bo, Cecilia, and Bella are fully healed, full of energy, cancer free, and proud to tell this story of great health and recovery. Okay, so just going to be silent for a bit as I send them energy right now. And I hope you do the same. And also, you can think of others that you know, your loved ones, someone that you feel may be in need of energy, and focus on them. Okay? Okay, so let's start. I'll be silent here for a little bit. Thank you again. Let's create this circle of energy around them. And so it is.